World that I know of back in 1978 in Oakland, California. Waited in line for 3.5 hours for Leonard Nimoy's autograph. And then my mom came to try to pick us up right before I got it. Broke my heart. So I always try to get to the end of the line. I hope everybody that wanted autographs got one. Right on. I do best with questions from the audience. So do we have a microphone for the audience? Holy crap. I read questions off that?
So we've got Paula on mic 6 in mid-floor.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is, since Spike was such a bad boy, hilarious, must have been incredibly fun and a blast to play, is there some sort of personality type that you like to play as now? Such as like the defense lawyer in Lie to Me was so different. Is there a personality type that you really enjoy now?
Yeah. My favorite characters are the ones that might get judged harshly by the audience, and I like to try to take their side and flesh them out a little bit. Hello. I like to pick characters that people might think are evil and try to make them human. And frankly, Ralph Waldo Emerson was a philosopher of the last century. And he said, within all men are all men. And he was of the last century. If he was born now, he would say, within all people are all people. And so what that means is that I have a lot of different facets to my personality. I have a nice guy, I have a not nice guy. Grab my ass in the photo line, you find out what a not a nice guy I am. And I just have to choose a couple of those facets to put into that character. And then it's just trying not to lie in front of the audience. So, yeah, I like to play all kinds of different characters. But jerks I like especially.
So we've got mic 2 on the floor.
My understanding was that when they picked you for Spike, they hadn't decided if they wanted a Cajun accent or a British accent. What would Cajun accent Spike sound like?
Sure. Let's see if I can remember now. Yeah, it was something like this. Now this is an accent that white folks don't use no more. About 150 years ago, a lot of people of light skin would be using this accent. And I thought it'd be kind of nice to be doing this. I just done a stage play where I use this accent. And they thought it was nice and sexy, but it wasn't so dangerous no more. I disagree. But yeah. They basically had their backs up against the wall. They were filming in 3 days and hadn't found a Spike yet. So they were literally scraping the bottom of the barrel of the talent pool in Los Angeles that found me. No, really, man. No. Nobody knew who I was. I mean, I knew who I was. I was like, I came from theater. I was like, I'm stepping down here. But they didn't know that.
We've got Angela on mic 6.
Hi, I was wondering what it was like working with Joss Whedon and if you see any of the cast anymore from Buffy.
Joss is an interesting guy. See, the problem is I was endangering Joss's theme. In Joss's world for Buffy, vampires were supposed to be ugly and very quickly dead. Because they stood in for all the problems that a person faces in adolescence. And he got talked into one pretty boy vampire called Angel by his writing partner. And then Angel just took out like a rocket. And he was willing to deal with one. But I wasn't supposed to. You guys weren't supposed to think I was sexy. That was not the point at all. I was supposed to be like this dog character that was going to be killed by Angel. And then the fans started like, oh my God, you know, like, you guys like me. And so, this is the second day on the set. My first day was the stalking scene when I was stalking Buffy in the club, right? And the second day, he comes up to me right in my face and goes, "You damn actors with your pretty faces and your perfect hair, you get all the tail, and we writers, we get nothing." Right? And me, I was on the run from the federal government for cheating on my taxes. Right? So all I'm thinking is I just got to hold this job so I don't go to jail. Right? And I say, well, dude, you know, I'm standing in the makeup that I didn't put on myself, and the hair that you okayed, and the coat that you picked out. I'm standing on a $250,000 set that you built for me. If I look cool, isn't it your fault? And he goes, "Yeah, you have those cheekbones." And I go, "Yeah, but boss, you have that brain." And he goes, "Yeah, but you'll be late all your life in this role." And I was like, "Whatever, man, you want to trade?" And he stalked off. And it took a long time for he and I to become friends. And we finally did, and I'm thankful for that. But he is not he expresses himself honestly. As far as meeting other cast members, I see them at conventions and stuff. See Tony Head quite a bit. Nicholas Brendan. Yeah, and they're all doing really well. Yeah.
So we have Caroline on